Hello, welcome to the Damoov DataHub tutorials. In this video, I will walk you through the new DataHub and show you everything you need to use our platform. To start using our platform, go to damoov.com and click the Get Started button in the top right corner. Once you click it, you'll be taken to the DataHub. Let's complete the registration process. Enter your email address and create a password. Click Sign Up, and you'll see a prompt to set up your account. Fill in your name and company name, and you're good to go. Click Continue. Here you can choose to start with Sandbox access, or choose a paid plan. Now click the button and you will receive Sandbox access to the DataHub for 90 days. Here you can set your preferences, and once you click Save and Continue, you're in DataHub. Explore, test, and experience the platform for yourself with full access. If you have any questions while exploring the DataHub, simply open the intercom chat bubble and send us a message. Our team is always happy to help. The first thing you'll notice when you load the DataHub is the dashboard. This is your data center where you can see an overview of how your drivers are performing. At the top of the dashboard, you can choose the company and application and select the time period for which you want to view data. In the first row of boxes, you can see the number of active drivers, total trips, total distance driven, total driving time, and average speed. Below, you'll notice the driving behavior and safety scores table. It shows how your fleet is performing on average across different driving metrics that contribute to the overall safety score. It also highlights trends. The small number to the right of each score shows whether the score improved or worsened compared to the previous period. Below that are 3 boxes displaying dangerous events, giving you a breakdown of how often risky maneuvers occur within your fleet. Scrolling down, you'll find the Eco Driving Performance section. In the top right corner, you can see the overall score, which is calculated using the 4 parameters shown here. Below that is the Daily Trend Analysis. Here, you can assess various parameters over a chosen period. Since I didn't change the settings, it shows the data over a 7-day period. Let's choose mileage from the drop-down menu. We can see how the overall travel distance changed. Now let's switch to the number of completed trips. This chart helps you track statistics across different metrics in a chosen time period. Further down, there are 2 more charts. The driving time distribution pie chart, which shows when your fleet drives the most, and the driving behaviors spider chart, which helps you visualize which driving behaviors have the greatest impact on lowering the fleet's overall safety score. Below these charts are the phone usage analysis and speeding analysis tables. You can review overall statistics, analyze trends, and identify the most dangerous overlap, phone use while speeding. At the bottom of the page, there are 2 boards, Top Risk Drivers and Top Safe Drivers. Here you can see their scores, total distance traveled, and number of trips completed. Now let's look at the Users tab. Here you can manage user accounts and access, add users, and interact with their data. Let's start by adding an SDK user. Click the button in the top right corner or in the middle of the screen if the list is empty. You'll be prompted to assign the user to a company, application, and instance. You can also fill in their personal details if desired and choose whether to generate a new random UUID or register the user with your own UUID. Then click Create SDK User, and the new driver will be added to the list. Back in the table, you can use the search bar to look up drivers using any identifier associated with them. You can filter drivers by status and trip activity, or by company and application assignment. Next to the filter button, you'll see the refresh and export buttons. Click Export, enter your email address, and export data for all users. The report will be sent to your email and appear in the Reports tab that we will have a look at later. If you click on any user, a Details window will open. Here you can view general information, review driving behavior, assess driving safety, check completed trips, see their position on the fleet-wide leaderboard, check permissions, and view live data. If the driver is not currently active, you'll see their last known location. If we go to the Trips tab, we can see trip data presented in a structured format. Click any trip to view a detailed breakdown. In the Overview tab, you'll see route details, driving events, safety scores, time of day analysis, and any assigned tags. In the Analytics tab, you can dive deeper with graphs showing speed versus speed limit analysis, speed distribution analysis, and raw points accuracy. The note next to the title explains the color coding. Green means good. The trip path and events are highly reliable. Yellow means moderate. The data is still usable, but waypoints and speed values may be slightly offset. Red means bad. Location data may drift, and waypoint and speeding event accuracy may decrease. In the Map tab, you can view exactly how the trip unfolded, where each event occurred, and how fast the driver was traveling. You can also set speed filters to see, for example, whether the driver exceeded 60 kilometers per hour. You can open the map in full screen mode. Here, you can choose which trip data you want to display. We cover map layers in more detail in our Trip View showcase. Click the Replay button to view a playback of the route. You can also open the Trip Details panel for additional information. Once you have everything you need, you can generate and print a report for that trip. If you do not want the Details panel included in the printable version, simply click the button to turn it off and generate the report again. You can also report any issues you notice. Click the Report button, fill out the form, and submit it. We'll investigate the issue you encountered. In the Details tab, you can export user-specific data. Both processed and raw data are available. Next is the Trip Log. Here, you'll find a list of all trips completed by your fleet. In the top right corner, you can switch between processed and raw trips. You can also filter by company and application and export the data. The table provides information about who completed the trip, when it occurred, where it took place, and any assigned tags. Processed trips display the route, safety score, mileage, duration, maximum speed, and events that occurred during the trip. If you click the three dots, you can see the details. This is the same window that opened when we clicked on a trip in Users tab. And raw trips include a lineage column, which shows whether a trip is part of another trip. The Permissions tab allows you to review which drivers are connected to and have access to the platform. You can quickly identify drivers experiencing issues and take action. You can filter users and export the data here as well. The Live Tracking tab allows you to follow trips that are currently in progress across your fleet. Above the map, you can choose the company, application, and instance you want to display. Once drivers appear on the map, click any driver icon to view detailed information. You can review their device token, status, track, speed, location, accuracy, and local time. Clicking Show Trip zooms the map in to follow the route. Fit Trip adjusts the map view to display the entire trip. Clicking Share creates a shareable session so others can follow the driver's route and view trip information. The Live Tracking section also includes settings that allow you to configure live tracking for specific applications or instances. You can edit configurations and set unique parameters for each instance. In practice, this means you can apply different rules and settings across different instances, giving you complete control over how driving data is collected and managed. Now let's look at the Reports tab. As you can see, all reports generated throughout this walkthrough are stored here. Reports are available for download for 30 days after creation. In the Control Panel tab, you can manage your company configuration, grant or revoke access, and adjust settings. Let's click on Billing. Here you can view your current billing summary, services, and invoices. You can also change your subscription plan. Hierarchy Management. Here you can manage the structure of your organization. In the top right corner, you'll find Company Details. Here you can review company information, access statistics, and permissions. Next to this button is New Application. Fill in the required information, click Create Application, and the new application will be added to your company. The table displays all applications. Clicking an application expands the list of instances within it. In the top right corner, you can see the number of instances and users associated with the application. Click the three-dot menu to view details, edit the application, add an instance, copy the token, or delete the application. If you click View Details, a window opens displaying the application overview, instances, permissions, and settings. Here, you can configure different settings for each application within the same company. If you click the three dots next to an instance, you can edit it or copy its instance ID, instance key, or invite code. Let's view the details. Here you'll find the Overview, Permissions, and Developer tabs. In the Developer tab, your developers can access API integration details, API examples, and links to the documentation. Access Management. Here, you can manage user permissions and access levels across your organization. Add colleagues by clicking the button in the top right corner, enter an email address, choose an access level, and send the invitation. You can also see the total number of users, companies, applications, and instances in your organization. The table below shows who has access to what. Click the three-dot menu next to any user to reset their password, update their access level, block them, or remove them completely. You can also switch to Hierarchy View to visualize user access levels. In Admin Credentials, you can manage API keys and JWT credentials for accessing the Damoov public API. Click Create JWT Credential to generate a new credential. Fill in the required fields and click Create Credentials. JWT credentials provide secure token-based authentication for accessing public API methods and are designed for server-to-server integrations and third-party services. To manage Web API keys, open the Web API Keys section and click Create. Fill in the required information and finalize the creation. Web API keys are intended for embedded widgets, open-source mobile applications, and other client-side integrations where lightweight authentication is needed. Use the search bar to find API keys. Click the three-dot menu next to any credential to view details and access API examples in the Developer tab. Callbacks. Here, you can manage existing callbacks and configure new ones. Select an account to view its properties. Click Settings on the right to add a new callback configuration. Enter a name, choose a broker, fill in the required details, and save the configuration. In the Realtime Data tab, you can configure live tracking services for applications and instances. These are the same settings we reviewed in the Live Tracking section. At the bottom of the side panel, you'll find a link to the old DataHub, a language selector, a link to the customer support portal, and your user menu. Click Settings to open a window where you can view your personal information, change the language, and switch between metric and imperial units. And remember, I'm always here. If you have any questions, need help, or just want to chat, my team and I are always happy to assist. Just open the intercom chat bubble, send us a message, and we'll be there. We're committed to providing the best customer support experience possible. That concludes our walkthrough of the new Damoov DataHub. It is very easy to scale your operations with our platform. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Drive safe.